As long as it stays like that, then we good. Let's lock that up now. Okay. Things are doing alright. We've got loads of water right now. Though body temperature is wrong again. What's the temperature up here? Coming in at 28. Leaving at 28. Is the water coming in from here? No, it's not. Oh, no, that's polluted water. Yeah, it's the clean water. Why? 37 degrees. Why, though? It's coming down here at 39. My lord. Oh, it's because... yeah, it's because it's coming from this loop and this is bringing up crazy hot water. Well... I'm going to have to do something to cool that down then. And frankly, the thing we're going to need to do to cool it is in here, really. Or down here, I guess, but... Problem is, this water is never touching anything down there. It's just going straight up here. Where is the nearest area that's cooled down? Probably around here. Yeah, this is the problem. This water needs to be cooled specifically. And I've got no easy way of doing that. Morbid War Mage! Hello, mate! It's been a while. How you doing? Yeah, I've got no easy way of doing it. Poop. I could have an icy fan blowing around here, but that's not easily going to fix it for me. I need to pull that temperature down, but to do that, I need to drop the overall temperature of an area and then have that water move through there. Well, for now, we have no problem with the food as such. Don't need anything. But that is going to become an increasingly bad problem, and one we do need to fix. What? This can... Oh, no! Poop! This has an overheat temperature! Ah! Okay, we're going to have to break it. It's currently got no petroleum in it. Good. Break it. I never thought it would be the bloody... most vexing. Good. Thank you. Now that's broken the system. We can just pop that back in there and it should be good. That needs to be done quickly though. Yeah, this is adding so much heat to this system. It's 144 now. Oh my lord, that's going to be dumping so much heat in up here. Yikes. It's coming out at 39. Man, this is why I can never play this game. It gets so complicated. Nah, it's fun. Super fun. By any chance, are you pumping out water from the bottom of the big pool below your industrial block? Because I'm fairly sure you accidentally dropped some petroleum in there when disassembling a pipe. Oh no, that is where the petroleum came from. Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% where the petroleum came from. I don't think there's any petroleum in there now, but I can have a look. No. No, there's no petroleum in there just yet. We should be good. Give me just a second. There we are. Right. Okay, well, that is a bit of an issue. Also, I need to recalibrate my alarm. There we go. We have got 30 minutes left of the stream, peeps. The petroleum is being sorted, and the system can handle polluted water and water. That's not going to be an issue for me. The problem came in that this was just way too hot of a system. But it looks like it's sorted itself now. Oh, actually, no, we need to deliver it a lot more. It's been dumping it all out. So, it's now or never, I guess. So, flick the switch to 1895. What's the temperature on this? It's 36 degrees. It's not great. But at least it's filtering the water out. Now it's like 7. There we go. It's going to be better. Tiny bit better. As it fluctuates through, it's all getting better. There we go. There we are. Now a load of this is going to get pumped back into this system, which is kind of a pain. Because I need that precious petroleum to keep everything else cold. The real test is when this actually does kick in. Currently, it's almost there. It's got 4 more degrees before that'll kick in, and it'll start generating a nice little bit of extra power, but ultimately this system is using way more than it's going to be generating. Like, you know, way more than it's going to be generating. Still, it's not terrible. Really? This should 100% be going through. There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, of course, yes, because that's cycling through. It's fine. The system is ultimately going to be okay. It's not the best looking right now because it's not outputting a consistent amount, but it should be generally okay. Oh, there we go. It was active for a moment. There we go. And then shuts down. Hop, 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 hop. What I could do is have a set reset. So it turns on until it's below a certain temperature. That's what I should have done. Used a bit of automation for that. So once it was over 200, it activated it, and it didn't turn back off until it was below like 190. But with both of them running, it's actually consistently keeping the temperature at a decent amount. Yeah. So this is outputting 850 watts, which is more than the output of a coal generator, I think. Yeah, it's just a little bit more than the output of a hydrogen generator. But it goes a lot of heat. Thankfully, our coolant is doing its job. It's doing quite a good job, actually. How's it doing? Yeah, generally speaking, it's doing okay. Have a gander at the temperature down here. Yep, it's sucking that heat out pretty well. Alright. Mind you, it's partially because we've stopped using the metal refinery there. Okay, we're actually starting to see a bit of crude oil accruing, actually, as well. That's not bad at all. How's the temperature in here? Temperature's... we're probably okay with that, though. It's probably never going to be a big issue for us. Alright. One of the next things we're going to want to hook up to, then, is this oil reservoir down here. Core out the diamond as well. And get more and more and more petroleum being generated. Like, how often are we producing the petroleum? I mean, right now, the system is... it's doing okay, but... if we have a look, this can consume how much? How much petroleum can it drink? Okay, 2 of them can consume almost the entire output of a petroleum of one oil refinery. Of course, the moment the oh, it's active. Ah, hooray! Hooray! This is grand. All of these are currently running. We need more of them. We need more and more and more. Let's get them up and running. What are we making these out of? We've made them out of copper ore, really? Oh, well. I guess we are very reliant on this never getting that hot. How hot is it? It's actually 32. That's not too bad, to be honest. Could make them out of gold amalgam, though. Give them a little bit of extra tolerance. But no, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to just set all of this up. I want all of these running all the time. We are going to, as fast as this natural gas is building up, we want to use it, pretty much. We want to take the strain off our petroleum generator so that it has time to build more pipe blocked. Oh no, it probably just outputs some. But we want to make sure that the strain is taken off our petroleum generators, I would say. They shouldn't be running all the time. Aavak, will there be more shapes IO? Yeah, the game has got a little bit more to do in it, yeah. Good night, Terrace Man. Right, so let's have a look at this. It's coming in. Because this isn't active a lot of the time. It's only active at peak. It isn't hard to cool. It's really not hard to cool. It's coming in at 7. It's leaving at 16. At that point, it goes down here. Some of it gets siphoned in. It gets more in than goes out. Or should do. Yeah, it is. I can even slow that exit amount down even more. So this builds, well, some. Because right now it's not really building much of anything. Yeah, this needs the backup basically for this system to be working properly. So let's drop that down to 500 grams can escape. Can exit the system. Hopefully they'll set that up quickly. I do need someone to come along for that. There we go. Now that should start backing. There we go. This will now start to fill. Slowly, but it'll happen. And once this reaches the amount that it needs, it will stabilize a bit more. Oh, no. That was almost a terrible thing. Don't need much in there to stabilize it. Send a red signal once we hit a ton, but don't let any out. Don't request any more until we're down to 5%. That was almost terrible. We would have filled this so much. Oh, Lord. Well, there we go. It'll gently fill, and then it can release the overhot coolant as needed. This isn't the best system, though, honestly. I want to prioritize only allowing the coolant in here if it's the right temperature, but maybe I should just let it out if it's too hot. and give that the priority rather than the other way around, and allow overhot material to just keep circulating until it can get it all out. It's a bit of a tricky one, really. It's difficult to know which one is going to be the better option. But it's approaching the 1 ton range, and once it gets there, this will stop accepting any more petroleum in. Overall, the temperatures are relatively good, actually. It's very good in here. And for Steam Gen version 2. Yeah, alright. It's time to set all of this up into an industrial sauna, really. But I believe... yeah, we're no longer accepting any more petroleum in. We're allowing petroleum... well, we're not getting rid of any more, either. This is now stable. It's going to gradually get hotter over time. As it's absorbing the heat from this environment. But then it'll stabilize at whatever the temperature is generally here. So about, you know, somewhere in the realm of 50. And then that'll sit there and it'll gradually get hotter over a very great deal of time, but it's not going to be a big issue for us. Mostly, this is just cycling through the whole system now. We do need more petroleum at all times to build up into the system. And then at that point, this will shut down. But for now, any gaps that are available, it allows it in. There we go. And there will almost always be little gaps here and there, I would imagine. Well, we kind of want to wire this in such a way that this will actually manage to store some petroleum in it. Because right now, if this is just a free flow, it will always block this from entering. What I need to do then, given that, is to pull this back by 1. I actually need this to come back by 1 so that this can output if it's been told to. One of the little kind of quirks of oxygen not included is that if a building's output pipe is blocked, like with a pipe bridge, say there's 10 kilos of a liquid want to get through it, and there's 5 kilos, a constant supply of 5 kilos of liquid moving past it. I've already explained how the liquid bridge will give priority to the liquid that's already in the pipe. But with the liquid bridge, if there's 5 kilos moving through and it's got 10 kilos to deliver, it'll deliver 5 kilos twice, and then the 10 kilos have been delivered. But a building, and that includes the valves, works differently. If its output pipe is blocked, it does not try to move any of the liquid, which is a bit of a problem. So what we need to do is we move it back like this, and then hook this up like that. And at that point, this will now allow it through. When this is activated, it'll move the liquid from this side of the valve to this side of the valve. And at that point, it's now in the pipe. And so it'll just basically push its way in. It won't wait. There's no priority for liquids moving this way and liquids moving this way. So they'll alternate. So eventually it'll get through. So this will gradually fill up. It's one of those little quirks. Takes a bit to really kind of get why it works that way, but you know, it is the way it is. Right, now that's done, we can move more of this liquid piping away. Don't need that there at all anymore. Like, at all, in fact. Let's get rid of all of it. So I still don't think I understand. We want the steam room to delete heat because it's using more power than it's generating. But how are we getting heat from the rest of the base into the steam room? Okay, Shackle Draconis. Right now, this is a very small loop. Currently, I've only got it set up to move heat to remove heat from the industrial area. But this setup is going to be mirrored in every location that's generating, heat that I want to move. So heat will be dumped into the petroleum once the petroleum is too hot for that area. In this specific location, the tolerance for temperature is very high. Like, everything here can operate well into the 200s of degrees. So I only dump this stuff back into the loop to go and get it to be sorted out if the temperature is above 250. Then it gets dumped out and then sent off to be cooled down and then re-enters the whole loop. I'll accept any petroleum that's colder than 200. So 200 or below gets entered in, and 250 or above gets dumped back out and goes back into the steam room and then whatever. But while it's in this area, it's just absorbing heat. Just moving around in a circle, actually moving this way. And absorbing the heat that these things are generating. Slowly but surely, the petroleum will get hotter over time. Now, I've got 4 Wheezeworts here also helping, and they're doing a ridiculously good job, I might add. So, it's basically... this might be stable, thanks to the 4 Wheezeworts. I'm not sure on that one, though. But it might be. The next part of the loop that I want to work on is actually this. I would like this to be added into the loop. I would like all of these to be cooled via petroleum. These little rooms have... let's have a look at you. 275, 2000, and... oh. What are you made of? 125. That is not made of steel. Gold amalgam, okay. Do I have enough steel to make one? Yes, okay. We're going to break this down, deconstruct it, and we're going to replace that with a steel pump. And at that point, everything in these locations is capable of temperatures very similar to the other industrial area. And so as a result, I will have a very similar loop working here. As long as the liquid is below 200, it'll accept it, and it'll keep it there until it's above 250. And then it'll dump it back into the main loop and send it back to be cooled. The idea here is that these ones, these very, very hot, very, very high temperature areas, will be at the end of the chain. The first places visited will be either A, very high priority, like the steam turbine, because that literally, if that breaks, the heat deletion breaks. So the coolant stops being cool. But places to visit first in the chain will be farming, will be the living area. Yeah, we need much higher oxygen production. That is worrisome. Why has that slowed? It might just be that we're consuming so much more oxygen now. But yeah, we're why has that changed though? What I don't understand is why that has changed so drastically. Ah, again! What's in you? Tell me. What do you have inside? Water. What do you have inside? Petroleum. Scallywags. Yeah, there's tiny amounts of petroleum in there. That has really scuppered me. Get out there. Go on. Let's go do it. They're gonna break our generators again, but that's fine. I'm out of the tiny amounts of petroleum they're gonna keep getting into this. So annoying, but oh well. Yeah, it's gonna keep breaking this for a while. Ugh, so annoying. Yeah. What can you do, eh? It's going to keep causing damage and we're going to keep having to repair it a little bit every single time. Just because of the bits of oxygen in the pipes now. But that one is going to get sorted pretty quickly. This one's going to have a little bit of downtime, but overall it's going to be okay. Maybe a fluid filter? Yeah, possibly, but it doesn't look like there's much left. I don't think there's much left. There'll be tiny amounts. I could add a fluid filter though. Have I got any power around here that is relatively cheap? Yeah, I could hook it up to this, I suppose. Oh no! That's my main loop. I don't want anything that's going to be pulling out of that. Is there any other power nearby? No, really. This would be able to handle it though. All right, we'll pop in a fluid filter. The thing with a fluid filter is you want to filter for the thing you want. It's going to be such a pain to have this there just for the sake of this tiny little bit, but you are right. Right, let's get this going. We'll run a tiny little bit of power up. And honestly, we're just going to dump the petroleum straight out. It's not going to be an issue for us. The main thing is just to make sure that this only accepts water. There we go. And anything that isn't water, I honestly expected that there was not going to be any more petroleum issues, but clearly that is a problem, so we need to deal with it. It was a good suggestion, chat, actually. Using that would be a big help, and as a result, this electrolyzer is now not going to struggle, and we're going to get the full amount of oxygen moving that we needed to. That'll slowly fill back up again. Let's have a look at how breathable it is. Yeah, it's relatively breathable, I would say. It's not a big problem, at the very least. There we go. Steam is generating a little bit of power. What's the temperature on the coolant? It's coming back at not very high, actually. It's reasonably good. Alright. So, if the next place we want to set up will be down here, it'll be a fairly easy one again. Just have the output. Now, again, the priority is currently the steam turbine. We could run it across here, have it peel off, and take care of this little area. With the view that later on, this will move up there first, and this will be the return trip, where it will have a look at this. Because again, with this, we kind of want to have this petroleum come down here just as a, well, you know, as if we haven't managed to hit 200 degrees, we may as well go in and work in the oil refinery. We can set that up probably down here, honestly. Actually, we can't easily set it up down here because this would have an input at the wrong height for it. Well, I suppose we could just disable this for a moment. Now, we want a very similar system to the one we've got over here. I think that should be okay. But I think that may actually be a problem for the next time we stream. It's coming up. My alarm's about to go off. All right, so I've got a load. We've managed to set up a heat deletion system food has been relatively stable. That won't always be stable because eventually we'll run out of hatches or things to feed them. Dracos have been okay. I do need to make something for them specifically. We've got another leaky oilfish over there. Specifically, we're going to need another room that we have full of hydrogen so that we can re-shear them. And also move that down. I was hopelessly optimistic to think that I would have everything sorted out by the end of the stream. But as far as things go, this isn't so bad. We're producing more water. We've got an extra source of oil now, which is fairly cool. Well, actually, it's pretty hot as it happens. But in the next stream, I think we are likely... Oh, wow, we are still backing up, despite having all of these... Oh! Right, of course. I have not hooked these up. Haha! I was going to say, I'm really shocked that that's still working. So at least we can get that sorted before we done with this. Let's get that going. There we go. And then that will probably start allowing us to build up some more petroleum. Because we do need to build it up in order to make use of this properly. Because right now the system is nowhere near... it doesn't have anywhere near the amount of petroleum in it to work for multiple areas. We're just about managing the one industrial area right now. But looking at the temperatures that we've got with that, it's actually pretty good. It's rising... No, it's... Yeah, it's rising by a very small amount. Again, those Wheezeworts are doing crazy amount of good there. So much good, in fact, that I am tempted to pop one in each one of these rooms. I'd need them at the very entrance, but that's not a bad location to put it, I suppose. But yeah, in the next stream then, the first thing we'll do is we'll extend the cooling to this area, and then all of the main heat, like the really, really hot areas, will be sorted. I mean, this one is a little bit as well, but we'll get that one hooked up sooner rather than later. I think the next one after that, though, is going to involve a bit of movement. Because this area is so incredibly just chock full of stuff. Chock full of stuff. But we'll have the coolant move up around here. Probably have it help out at the farm a little bit. I think that would probably be a wise move. We might even have this room built to pre-cool the water entering the system. We could have a bunch of thermal temperature shift plates, and as the coolant moves through here, it'll cool the oxygen or whatever is in there, and then replace some of these with tungsten pipes, so that these share the chill effectively, and offload their heat into the atmosphere of the room, and then our coolant pipe will collect that heat and move it on. That'll probably be a fairly good way to go with it, I think. But then we'll be getting this done. I know I would like to get to rocketry fairly soon, actually, but slow and steady, and we don't break anything, and then suddenly don't have food or don't have power or anything like that. I think this is probably the better way to go right now. Just nice and slow and steady. But that is going to be it from me. So thank you very much for joining me. If you've been watching this over on my second channel, Aavak After Hours, then I hope you have enjoyed the VODs. Do leave me feedbacks in the comment down below, of course. But that's going to be it from me for a little bit. So until next time, and as always, take care, everyone.